Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar, starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago. Amid the Venezuelan government's proposal on October 27th to suspend all gas agreements with Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, we the people's Prime Minister, has defiantly declared that Trinidad and Tobago does not need Venezuelan gas and never did. She said, our future does not depend on Venezuela and never has. She said, we have our plans and projects to grow our economy both within the energy and non-energy sectors. As I said over and over again, we need to diversify, restore the sort of agricultural empire that we had, the cocoa estates and whatsoever. I'm just using the word empire, probably out of context, but nevertheless, restore the type of level of agriculture that we had, sustainability and the ability to even export abroad. We need to restore that level of agriculture independence we had in the past. Persad-Bissessar said, unlike the previous administration, the government has not placed all its eggs in one basket. The last PNM government mistakenly placed all their hopes in the Dragon project, after basically destroying the economy here in Trinidad and Tobago by shutting down Petrotrin and a lot of other state-owned organizations or companies. Therefore, we are not susceptible to any blackmail, because that's exactly what the Venezuelan authorities or officials are trying to do. Maduro is trying to do at this point in time. So therefore, we are not susceptible to any blackmail from the Venezuelan political support. We continue to maintain peaceful relations with the Venezuelan people. I love how she said the people, because I say that as well. I love the Venezuelan people. There are certain, I had certain customers that used to come to my shop, very friendly, humble individuals. One of them, he went back to Venezuela, and I always see his family still in Sangre Grande, and I ask and I say how he's going and so forth. A wonderful guy. I hope he is truly blessed and safe as he is there back in his homeland of Venezuela. So I love how she said that. But she made it clear. She didn't include and say that she has a peaceful relationship with the Maduro regime, because that is not true. It's a hostile relationship. We have a relationship with Maduro where he continues to try to bully our Prime Minister and bully the UNC regime. It is wrong what is taking place, and false allegations constantly against our local people and government. That is not a peaceful relationship, and therefore all that are examples of how there's no zone of peace in Trinidad and Tobago. Not to mention, a peaceful leader would not be trying to annex half of Guyana's territory, and that is what Maduro has been trying to do for years now. My response online, even though I already just gave a response here, I said, I hope and pray that we, the people's Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, continues to govern TNT in a conservative, right-leaning manner. She's not a pure conservative, but she does lean on that side. I am a Christian conservative, so I'm definitely more leaning on the right than her. But nevertheless, I admire and love how she does definitely hold on to a lot of conservative values. So let me read over that for you all. I hope and pray that we, the people's Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, continues to govern TNT in a conservative, right-leaning manner, while still preserving UNC's traditional values of love and compassion for the poor. And that's why I disagree with some of the Minister of Finance's policies that have been implemented in the budget. I don't think it's really showing any sort of compassion. Some, I never said all, some of his policies. You are a strong and bold leader who isn't afraid to stand alone while being confronted by wolves and serpents right here in Trinidad and Tobago, especially amongst those in the media. I said, stand strong and never allow the Syrian media and thugs, the PNM thugs, to intimidate you into submission. Madam Prime Minister, the best Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago's history. Sleep better. Say goodbye to stiff necks, headaches, and restless nights. Our premium cervical pillow is designed to perfectly support your neck and spine, keeping your body aligned while you sleep. Soft yet firm, it adapts to your shape, giving you ultimate comfort and deep, rejuvenating rest. Whether you sleep on your back, side, or stomach, this pillow reduces pressure points, eases tension, and helps you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to conquer the day. Invest in your sleep. Your neck will thank you. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and feel the difference from the very first night. The hotel school in Chaguaramas will be reopened. This is one of the measures in the 2025-2026 budget being used by the government to help tourism grow. At the start of the Senate debate on Appropriation Financial Year 2026 Bill 2025, Minister of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development, Dr. Kennedy Sarawat Singh, reviewed the measures from the House, saying he was saddened upon visiting the defunct Trinidad and Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute. Let me guess, the wonderful PNM probably abandoned it the past 10 years.
Start of the Senate debate, Minister of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development, Kennedy Sarawat Singh, reviewed the budget measures from the House, saying he was saddened upon visiting the defunct Trinidad and Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute.
A real travesty when I visited Chaguaramas upon assuming office that the hotel school not only has been closed, but was mothballed for the last 7 or 8 years. That hotel school used to produce roughly about 700 graduates every year.
The minister said that for the country, the government is determined to bring this strong base of tourism back in terms of training and a hope for young students.
Reality that it is left to this government to now reopen that school to prepare our citizens to be able to get jobs in the service sector and the tourism sector. Another brave decision that this government have to make, and according to my friend Philip Alexander, we're fixing that.
Ladies, meet your new go-to bag, our mega duffel handbag, perfect for your travel, shopping, the gym, and everything in between. Crafted from premium Oxford material, it's not just stylish, it's built to last. The ideal size, flawless design, and unbeatable quality make it the bag you'll reach for every time. Versatile and ready for anything. WhatsApp 762-6589 to order yours today. Moving on now to regional news, and we're starting off with Guyana. Minister of Education Sonia Parag that was yesterday, visited the home of little Soraya Born, the 6-year-old who lost her life in Sunday night's explosion at the mobile fuel station located on the corner of Regent and King Street, Georgetown. That was such a sad story. Condolences to the family. The tragedy has also resulted in the injuries of little Sidia McIntosh and Richard Lorde, along with Jennifer Cooper and Yvonne Jones. Minister Parag expressed the deepest and most profound condolences to Soraya's relatives, assuring them that President Irfan Ali, along with the Minister of Home Affairs, Wanridge Walrond, and all relevant law enforcement agencies are working assiduously to apprehend the main suspect and bring him to justice. Minister Parag told the family that the tragedy has been felt by all of Guyana and that they are in our thoughts and prayers. The Ministry of Health is also providing support to ensure that all of the injured persons receive the best healthcare possible. No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Taken to that same particular incident, the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation has confirmed that one child, 6-year-old Soraya Bourne, has died. 3 persons have been discharged, while 4 remain hospitalized following the explosion at Mobile gas station, Regent Street, on Sunday evening. It was just after 7:30 p.m. Sunday night when a powerful blast ripped through the compound, killing 6-year-old Soraya Bourne and injuring 4 of her relatives. The family's vehicle, a silver Toyota Premio, was completely destroyed by the explosion, by the blast, which also damaged nearby buildings and several other cars. Wow, that was an act of terrorism, boy. 3 individuals, including a male Venezuelan national, have been taken into custody and are assisting with the investigations. Acting on intelligence and CCTV analysis, investigators conducted a coordinated operation that led to the interception of a silver motorcar PSS 7874, which was used to transport one of the suspects. The vehicle was subsequently located, and the 3 mentioned individuals were arrested and are in custody. Information obtained from these arrests has provided key leads to investigators. The principal suspect, who remains at large, is being actively sought as the investigation continues. I hope he's apprehended very soon, and I hope there's a swift, a very quick court case, and he is sent into eternity.
Here's what we know about the deadly explosion here at the Mobile gas station on Regent and King Street in Georgetown. It was just about 7:30 p.m. on Sunday night when the blast killed a 6-year-old Soraya Bourne and injured 4 of her relatives. The family's vehicle, a silver Toyota Premio, was completely damaged by the blast, along with nearby vehicles and surrounding buildings. According to police, surveillance footage captured a man believed to be a Spanish-speaking national entering into the gas station with 2 bulky black plastic bags. He attempted to dispose of them at a nearby bin within the facility, but when prevented to do so, he then proceeded along the western side of the facility. Moments later, the explosion erupted. The police, fire investigators, and a forensic team are still on site processing evidence.
Premium touchscreen wireless headsets restocked. 1.9-inch HD full-color touchscreen. ANC and ENC noise reduction for crystal clear calls. 90 panoramic sound. Long battery life and fast charging. Control music, videos, TikTok, YouTube, and much more. Camera feature, voice assistant, timer, stopwatch, and lyrics on screen. Water resistant, sleek design. Available in gold, black, blue, and purple. Gift-ready packaging with replacement earbuds included. Never lose your earbuds again with the Find Headphones feature that actually works. Don't miss out. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order. Limited stock available. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says shelters in St. Mary, St. Anne, and Hanover remained empty despite the looming threat from Hurricane Melissa. Of course, we are talking about Jamaica, and this was news up to last night. By the time tomorrow, God's willing, I'll give you all a much better update. At a Monday evening news conference, the minister said of the 881 shelters, only 133 are being occupied. I don't understand that. People, you have to be wise. And then when the storm ends up passing and there are fatalities, they'll want to blame the government. McKenzie noted that facilities in the western parishes of Hanover and Westmoreland should be seeing more persons based on the forecast. Exactly. It's a powerful, extremely powerful hurricane, people. The person wanted to say, I want to urge persons to encourage you to leave these areas and find a place where you will be safer. Clarendon currently has 517 people in shelters, followed by St. Thomas with 310 and St. Catherine with 254. The government anticipates about 50,000 Jamaicans could be displaced. People, please, you still have time to go to those shelters. Heed the advice of the government officials and go. Leave your homes. Your homes could always be repaired. Your life cannot be restored. If it's taken, if it goes, that's it.
We are concerned about a few hospitals that are on the coastline. So Noel Homes in Hanover, Black River in particular, in St. Elizabeth because of where the storm will enter the country, and Falmouth, Trelawney. We have evacuation plans for those institutions. So today we started some evacuation efforts out of Black River. Fortunately, we just completed a 12-foot seawall on the coastline between the hospital and the sea, and that is in place, which will provide a buffer and some protection. But based on projections of 13 or more foot waves, we do anticipate a breach of that. So we have moved some of the services out of the hospital further inland and have relocated patients from the ground floor to the second floor, and hope that that will suffice for any surge that will take place. The other institutions have evacuation arrangements and will exercise that as the case may be. Each of those institutions, of course, have generator backup power that will take them hopefully through the period that may be downtime until power is restored.
Premium touchscreen wireless headsets restocked. 1.9-inch HD full-color touchscreen. ANC and ENC noise reduction for crystal clear calls. 9D panoramic sound. Long battery life and fast charging. Control music, videos, TikTok, YouTube, and much more. Camera feature, voice assistant, timer, stopwatch, and lyrics on screen. Water resistant, sleek design. Available in gold, black, blue, and purple. Gift ready packaging with replacement earbuds included. Never lose your earbuds again with the Find Headphones feature that actually works. Don't miss out. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order. Limited stock available. Moving on to international news though, now the Israeli Air Force recently struck and eliminated the terrorist Hussein Ibrahim Salman. Name sounds familiar, boy. A member of Hezbollah's Radwan Force Battalion in Al-Bayad area of southern Lebanon. I believe I probably heard Amr Safati talking about him a lot of times in previous reports. During the strike, another Hezbollah terrorist, Hassan Ibrahim Salman, was also killed. The terrorists were engaging in advancing terror operations against Israel and were eliminated while working to rebuild terrorist infrastructure. Well done. Wonderful news. Tired of losing your keys, phone, or coins in that annoying gap between your car seat and the console? We've got the perfect solution. Our universal car seat gap fillers are back in stock, ready to save your stuff and make your ride clutter-free. Available in black, brown, beige, and red, they're designed to fit any car seat and blend perfectly with your interior. Simply WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and enjoy delivery straight to your door in just 1 to 3 days. For the anti-Semites and anti-Zionists here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean, listen to this story. Horrific atrocities in Sudan after the city of El Fasher, the capital of the Darfur region, was captured by rapid support forces. Hundreds of civilians were executed so far in a terrible massacre. Convoys of refugees, dozens of vehicles were all sent into eternity, people. They were all slaughtered. The genocide in Darfur has returned and on a massive scale. The rapid support forces are the reincarnation of the Janjaweed, those who carried out the Darfur genocide. You know the sad thing about it? Not a peep, not a squeak. Nothing is being said by BLM. Nothing is being said by local activists here in Trinidad and Tobago. Nothing is definitely being said by those who follow radical jihadist ideologies and concepts. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability, 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Moving on now to the travel or the interesting facts segment. Scientists have discovered that some fig trees in Kenya can turn carbon dioxide into stone. No, people, this is not science fiction. I'm speaking facts here. Not just store it in their leaves or wood. These trees called Ficus wakefieldi or use a natural process called the oxalate carbonate pathway to change CO2 into tiny crystals of calcium carbonate, the same mineral found in limestone and chalk. That means even after the tree dies, the carbon stays locked away safely in the soil instead of going back into the air. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news report. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe, most of all. In Jesus' name.